Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for December 2017. I'm using the Cat Black Golden Tarot deck, and we'll start with this card, the shadow card at the bottom of the deck. It's hiding, and it's the Queen of Cups. So the Cups is a water sign, and that could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But it's the shadow card, so I'm going to describe the shadow aspect of this personality. The Cups energy is somebody normally who's very nurturing, very loving, very giving, emotional, very open. But the shadow side of that personality could be somebody who's either closed off their emotions or who's too emotional. Somebody who might be a little too emotional, and for whatever reason on this particular deck, she looks really, really pissed off. So I think it's a reference to someone who has, she's got the shadow side of that personality. So she's either a little too emotional, she could be bordering on bipolar or some kind of emotional mental illness, or she could just, somebody who's very moody, maybe it's just for this month. Maybe it's somebody who's very moody just for this month, if the holidays are stressing her out, or she's somebody who's really closed off her emotions. And the theme, I'm going to pick these three cards up. The theme for the month is celebration, so it makes sense with the holidays right around the corner and coming along this month. This Three of Cups is all about celebration, gathering with your friends, gathering with your loved ones, and hopefully enjoying yourself, but you might not be enjoying yourself. If you are like this Queen of Cups here, you might not be having a good time. But it's about celebration. And then the card that represents you is this Five of Cups, which is sadness and loss. So if you're feeling sadness and loss over the holiday season, maybe there's a loved one who's passed on. I saw this angel and I'm thinking to myself, why is that angel black? And the first thought that popped in my mind was the angel of death, that you're grieving the loss of someone who's passed on, and maybe this is the first holiday you've spent without that person, or you just feel sad for that person. Maybe they passed right around the holiday season, or you just really miss that person during the holidays. And this came up in your past, which is the King of Coins. And this, to me, the King of Coins is always the person he's that father figure who's the provider for the family. He's the breadwinner. He pays the bills. He takes care of the home. He provides for the family. He's financially secure and stable, and there's stability at home with this person. So maybe he's passed on and you're feeling sad for his loss, and if this could represent your mother, and she's just a little moody this holiday season because he's not around. You know, maybe he paid the bills and helped pay for all of the Christmas gifts, and she's just not feeling very happy this year because he's not there to provide for the family. So there's any multitude of possibilities between these cards. Now, the other thing I thought of was these cards are all created, they're kind of a collage from different Renaissance and Middle Age paintings and put together into these cards. So this Five of Cups is the Pope sitting in his chair. And my other thought was, if this is your father, maybe your father is sad. If you've walked away from the traditional religion that you grew up in, if you grew up Catholic, and you've walked away from the Catholic religion because you're tired of all the rituals of that religion, and for him the holiday season is sad because you no longer feel it in your heart. You may participate, or maybe you don't participate because of having walked away from it. So there's some kind of sadness surrounding this month, whether it's you or it's a loved one in your life. And the conflict, so this goes right into play with the rest of it. So the conflict is the Sun card. The Sun is happiness and joy. And, you know, it looks like it's going to be difficult to be happy and joyous this month. You know, this person is supposed to be a very loving, nurturing, giving person, but she's very angry. And so this may be surrounding some sadness. So the conflict, happiness is the conflict. It's going to be difficult to possibly to be happy this month. At the foundation is the Ten of Wands, which is having a lot of responsibilities and having a heavy load to carry. With the holiday season, there's a lot of responsibilities with getting together with your family and the travel arrangements and buying all the gifts and a lot of preparations that need to be done. Now, you're a fire sign, so it's easier for you to do that, although Aries are better at, you're really good at initiating projects, but you're not always the best at finishing them and seeing them through to the end. So you may carry these responsibilities in the beginning, but you might eventually pass them on to somebody else. Now, the other thing I thought of was this might be a debt collector, so be cautious. These could be big sacks of money that you owe your credit card company over the holiday season, because so many people get into debt over the holidays. And maybe that's why, maybe that's why you're angry. Maybe that's why this person is angry. Now, my other thought was, if you have parents that are divorced, I'm going to get to that because that was this card. So the Two of Wands is the next card. That's the present energy. If I can pick it up, they're brand new, and they're very, very hard to pick up off the table when they're brand new because they're super flat. The Two of Wands is about making a choice of where to go, which direction to move in. So this could literally be, where do you spend your holidays? Do you spend your holidays with mom, if your parents are divorced, or do you spend your holidays with dad? Now, it looks like you might be heading towards dad, the way I picked these cards up. You might be going to dad's house, because dad has all the money, and dad has the big house, and dad has the room to provide for everybody, and mom is very upset because nobody's really spending the holidays with her. So it may be about making a choice about where to go over the holiday season. Now, if I take the holiday season out of this whole thing, then this is this is financial security and prosperity that's showing up in the past. If that was you, if that was sense of security that you felt financially in your past, and now you have to make some choice. And whatever that choice is, isn't real clear to me. The holiday season is just really popping up on these readings, but so the present energy is just about you having to make a choice. Now, in the near future is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about balance and health, good health. It's about kicking any bad habits, but if you look at her, I'm trying to get it to focus. She's kind of looking over her shoulder like she's pouring herself a drink, and she's looking to see who's watching her. So maybe you did kick the habit, and this holiday season you're going to drink a little more than you should. But another possibility I see for this card is if your father has passed on, and the sadness is because of this person, or a father figure, whoever this King of Coins would be. Maybe it was a husband. If this represents you and that aspect of you being happy and nurturing and loving, but maybe your husband has passed on. So if there's somebody who has passed on, some male figure, this is him giving his blessings to you over the holiday season. He's giving his blessings to you. And that's what I see on this card. Then the next card is the card that represents how you feel inside. You feel discontent. You feel unmotivated. You feel bored. This may be some missed opportunities. So maybe you had a choice about where to go or what to do this month, and you had different opportunities for you. You had two options, and oh my goodness, I can't pick it up. And oh, that's frustrating. Maybe you had two opportunities available to you this month, some choice to make, and you weren't really in the mood. Maybe you're feeling down and out and depressed this month, and you didn't take either choice. Maybe there's, this would also indicate there's opportunities here for you, but you're not choosing any of them. You're wallowing in your grief. Now, these two cards together, if I put these together, this can indicate depression. If there's sadness over here and this unmotivation over here, they're both symptoms of depression, which is the time of the year around the holiday season is when people really can get depressed if you don't, maybe if you're not close to your family anymore, or if they've, banished you from the family because of leaving the religion, or if you live too far away to travel to see them, and you're at home alone. So this could be depression over the holiday season, depression this month. And, that could contribute to your, excessive drinking if you're drinking. But, the temperance card usually is in moderation. So that card really isn't about too much drinking. It's really about moderation. It's just, I see her, maybe just taking one drink. Maybe you've quit for a long time and you're just going to sneak a drink. Just a little one. And here's this death card. This was the other reason why, the sadness and loss. I'm not going to pick the cards up. I like to pick them up to show you all the cards. But if you're feeling depressed because of someone's death, if someone has passed on, if this person has passed on, and whether this is you or, if this is your mother, or this is you if your husband has passed on or your father has passed on, and that's what this death card represents. That's in your environment. That's outside of you. And that could be contributing to you feeling very depressed this holiday season. And then your hopes and fears is this Lover's card. So, if you lost your spouse, this could be a hope for reconnecting somehow spiritually with your spouse, or if you're single, maybe you're depressed and maybe you're single this year. Maybe you're if your husband left you, if this was a divorce situation and he left and you're feeling, sad and depressed and angry because he's gone, and you're longing for another partner, because this is your hopes and dreams right here, is longing for your partner, another partner. Now, maybe you're depressed and sad if your spouse left you and your spouse, left you in a bad state financially, and the finances are always difficult during the holiday season, and you're upset about him leaving, and he's got the financial security, and he's got the home, and he took the retirement accounts, and you don't have that much left, and maybe that's leading to your sadness this month or depression this month. But this is your hopes and dreams, is longing for a partner, or if maybe you're just not getting along. Maybe you haven't been getting along, and you're longing for this reconnection with your spouse. If you have been disconnected for some time, these are the final outcome. So the Hermit card indicates spending time alone this holiday season. That would be the reason for your depression or your sadness. Or feeling lonely. This could be just feeling lonely. Maybe you are married, but you feel lonely because you're disconnected from your spouse, because maybe you haven't had physical relations in a long time and you're just hanging in there just for the sake of hanging in there. The Hermit card could also be a Virgo, so I need to throw that out there. That could also represent a Virgo. And the Tower card, this is something that rocks your world. This is some event that might rock your world. Some sudden, unexpected event. Whether it's an accident or a tragedy, or just some sudden news, some sudden unexpected news that could rock your world. That's been showing up in some of the readings, is having this sudden unexpected news about what's going on around us and what's going on in our media right now, and something that really rocks your core being. Or if this has to do with your religious beliefs and something happens this month that rocks your faith and your religious beliefs, and that creates some sense of sadness and loss. And that cognitive dissonance is really the word for it, when the foundations of your belief system is cracked. And that could be indicated here as well. And the Knight of Swords is taking swift action. If this is you taking swift action, or if this is somebody else taking swift action, but there's swooping in, look, he's killing the dragon. And if we look at that dragon as the addiction, so this might be you, just if your temperance is feeling balanced, temperance is being healed from some previous addiction, and maybe you just sneak one drink, but then you come charging in and you kill these demons that drove you to have this drink or these few drinks this holiday season, but you're coming back in for the kill to slay the dragon and return to your balance and return to your healthy state of mind. Or just, this could be the depression, and it's swooping in and defeating the depression and putting an end to the depression. So maybe the depression is going to lift, because temperance is balance and health. So it's also lifting the depression, lifting the sadness, lifting any kind of setbacks and any previous addictions that you may have had. And that's what I see there. Now, the swords could also be an air sign, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So I just need to throw that out there as well. So that's your reading, Aries. Thanks for watching. I hope your month, it's very sad. There's a lot of sad things going on. That's just the theme that came up for your reading this month. Hopefully next month will be a much better month. I'm sorry you're going through this, if this is you going through this. But thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.